Greetings and welcome to Newzim TV. I am Makanaka Masenyama. Stories making the headlines. MDC hits back at SK Moyo over Chamisa protests threats. In business, ZCTU president slams RBZ for glossing over economic rot. In sports, Lady Chevron's eye-winning start in ICC Women's World Cup qualifier. Now the news in greater detail. The MDC has hit back at ZANU-PF, whose spokesperson Simon Moyo on Thursday slammed its leader Nelson Chamisa for allegedly threatening violence in the country. Moyo on Thursday called for a press conference in which he condemned Chamisa's Workers' Day vows to call for more demonstrations against alleged misrule by the ZANU-PF-led administration. But Mafume, in a statement, was quick to tell President Emmerson Mnangagwa's party that it must direct its energies towards saving the economy from its current deep hole, as opposed to passing unwelcome comments about the firebrand opposition chief. He vowed the main opposition shall proceed with its demonstrations regardless of any runs by the enemy.
The ZANU-PF evil spirits are now seeking for appeasement. They want to kill more people. Every 3 months they've been killing people on the pretext that people are protesting against them. This is a clear indication that the murderous element in ZANU-PF wants again to resort to murder. They failed to run the economy, they failed to run the country, and all they can think about is killing people. Why are they threatening people? People are not the ones who are increasing prices. People are not the ones who are corrupt. People are not the ones who are creating a situation where no one can survive. The country is grinding to a standstill. People are suffering. They are dying in hospitals. There is no medicines. There is nothing. All we can see is the president and his wife on TV every morning, every evening, every afternoon, visiting anything and everything and not doing their jobs.
MDC rival groups are this Saturday set to meet for the first time since their nasty fallout February last year, when the former allies converge at the party's late founding leader Morgan Tsvangirai's Buyera home for his much-anticipated memorial. MDC National Chair Abednego Bebe confirmed its leader Thokozani Kupe will be part of the ceremony, set to be dominated by supporters of the mainstream MDC led by Nelson Chamisa. Kupe, who together with Chamisa were co-deputies to Tsvangirai, survived a widely condemned attack during the late opposition politician's funeral last year, when militant pro-Chamisa activists attempted to torch a hut in which she and MDC Secretary General Douglas Monzora had sought refuge. Meanwhile, Tsvangirai's family, who are organizing the event, revealed that ZANU-PF was sending a representative to the ceremony. Global rights watchdog Amnesty International says that Zimbabwe is among countries in the region whose media space continues to shrink. In a statement to mark World Press Freedom Day, Amnesty International Regional Director for Southern Africa, Diprose Muchena, said media freedoms remained under threat in Zimbabwe, Zambia, Madagascar, and Mozambique, with journalists being harassed or jailed simply for doing their work. Muchena called for these countries to stop treating journalists with contempt. Zimbabwe was recently on the spotlight when some police officers stormed the Harare offices of a private online publication, where they detonated a tear gas canister, reducing the whole building into choking smoke. They were angered by the publication's journalists filming raids by police on illegal vendors in the CBD. In business, Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Union President Peter Mutasa has dismissed claims by the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe officials that the country's economy is improving and that inflation was under control. Mutasa told NewZimbabwe.com that figures being published by the central bank do not speak about the reality on the ground. He said the figures were meant to please the International Monetary Fund, which has prescribed some of the policies being used by RBZ and government on unpopular austerity measures. We shall be taking a short break. We will be back soon.
I joined Diaspora Funeral Police when my father passed away. Without them, I don't know where I could have started with all the things I covered for the funeral. For me, to be honest, Diaspora Cash Plan, it was very easy, good transaction. It was only a matter of a phone call. Then they said they would do everything the rest. To be honest, by end of the day, I got the settlement.
We end with sports. The Zimbabwe national women's cricket team will be hoping to get their 2019 International Cricket Council Women's World Cup Africa qualifier off to a winning start when they take on neighbors Mozambique in the opening match of the tournament at Old Harare Sports Club on Sunday. To end this news bulletin, here's a recap of headlines once more. MDC hits back at SK Moyo over Chamisa protest threats. In business, ZCTU president slams RBZ for glossing over economic vote. In sports, Lady Chevron's winning start in ICC Women's World Cup qualifier. Reporting for newszimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, do visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Newzim TV.